Hi guys, happy Sunday. Did you miss me? Because I sure miss you all. When I point and say I miss you, I obviously can't see you, but I know that you're listening because you tell me. It means so much to me when you tell me that you love watching my videos and that you've missed them. That means a lot to me. It gives me indication that I'm doing what is right, what is good. It's a good reminder for me to do. And I had to take a little bit of a pause before school started and then while school started because it's easy to do when I don't really have much to worry about. I just talked to you guys, but then when school started again, then that was a lot of things, so I didn't want to feel too overwhelmed. And I didn't want to feel like too much of this as a hassle, but it's not because you guys mean so much to me. Thank you for giving me, reaffirming the idea that I'm doing something important. So the verse that I gave on Monday, which was in this week's reading at a Catholic Mass, was Mark 10:37, and that was, "Grant that in your glory we may sit one at your right and the other at your left." Now, that was James and John, and they said that to Jesus. Can we sit right in your left hand? And the visual that I think of when I read this verse was straight from The Chosen. The Chosen is a great TV series. You can access it on Netflix now, but the new episodes you can access on the Chosen app or HBO Max. And anyway, those James and John, they were encouraged by their parents to be more assertive with Jesus, to be more prominent in his teachings, in what he's been doing. But the way that Jesus viewed it was, if you really want to sit my left and my right, think about your left and your right hand. They do everything for you. They're a part of you. They do what you do. So that's what James and John were asking, essentially. They were asking really for more power and to help Jesus, more assertiveness. But Jesus viewed it as, do you really want to go through what I'm going to go through? So at this point, Jesus knew that he was going to suffer. And Jesus asked James and John, do you really want to suffer? So there was a point in my life when I think that we've all been to that point where we're like, oh, I want to be more like Jesus. What does that mean? Does that mean we want to go through the same sufferings that he has done? Well, that's what James and John asked him to sit at his left and right hand. That means to go through everything that he's going through. But Jesus told them, you don't want to go through what I'm going through. So if you really think about it, in the deeper thought, on the crucifix, who was at Jesus' left and right hands? Criminals. On Jesus' left and right side were criminals, and Jesus died with them. It's a very humbling experience, thing to go through in life. However, bring it back to all of us. We say all the time we want to be just like Jesus, but we wouldn't want to go through his sufferings. I have suffered, but I haven't suffered to the extent that Jesus did, and I don't want to. So that's what Jesus was basically telling James and John. Well, if you really want to sit my left and right hand, you would have to go through the same sufferings that I have to go through. But Jesus knew that's not what they wanted. They didn't want that. So basically, the end. The thing that you can take from this whole chapter of Mark, but specifically from this verse, you have to be the ones to serve, not to be served. You have to be the ones. We have to be the ones to serve, not be served. And that's very humbling. So this verse is a great reminder that we need to be humbled in our experiences, and that yes, we all suffer, but not to the extent that Jesus does and that what he did. And we can learn from that. How? We can learn from the humbling experience to not go and brag about. I don't go and tell everyone, oh yeah, I was almost killed. I was saved and I almost died. I don't go and brag about that. Yes, I don't go and brag about, oh yeah, I suffered. Yeah. What have you done? No. That's not the way to go about this. That's what Jesus is saying. We are not supposed to be served. We are supposed to serve. So it's a great reminder to all of us to always help those that are in need. Hope you have a great Sunday and a great start to your week. Bye, guys.